Art students, the purpose of this video is to teach you the very basics of how to draw, voila, a human face. I want you to take a minute right now and just look at Miss Russ's face, because a lot of times our brain just looks at this part, but if you look, you will see there's a whole other top up here. The center of our head is actually right in between our eyeballs. We're going to use that to get all of the basic measurements for how to draw a human skull. Once you do that, the next video after this one can show you how to draw things like the details of eyelids, noses, mouths, ears, etc. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to tilt you down. Okay, so Miss Russ, to make it easy for you, is probably going to be giving you some type of paper that has a grid on it. This is just to make the measurements easy. Miss Russ is going to be using a big paper in this video, so it's easier for you to see. I'm also going to be drawing dark, but you could at any time get one of these grid papers and then just know we can trace whatever we draw onto a final sheet of paper. So don't worry about all of the work that needs to happen in order to make our face look good. All right, I am looking for a box in the center of my paper, and there I'm going to make an X. The center of that X is the exact center of my head. On either side, I need two eyeballs, not eyelids. Eyeballs are circular, so I draw a circle as big as I can. Notice I don't erase. If the circle isn't quite right, I just keep going and I let all the lines combine together until I find what I want. Now I need to go to the nose. Kids have shorter noses than adults, so we're going to draw a kid's nose, and that's going to be one eyeball down. Now, if you were drawing an adult, you would have to look closely. They might have a little bit longer nose. Now we're going to get to the chin. And notice my nose, by the way, stays in between my eyeballs. It might go ever so slightly out or ever so slightly in, but as a general rule, it stays in between the eyeballs. The chin is the same distance as the top of our eyeball to our nose. So that's 1, 2 boxes, which means I go 1, 2 down. And that is my chin line. Now, my mouth does not go to the exact center. Instead, it is a little bit higher. I'm going to make a mark at the center of my eyeball, and I'm going to go all the way across until I get to here. Once that is done, I then can count 1, 2, 3. I have 3 spaces on this side, and this is my center. So I have to go 1, 2, 3 up. Now I have to do the sides of my face. So I go over 1 because the head is 5 eyes wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that keeps my X in the center. I'm now ready to draw the outside of my face. My brain goes in the top. So to do that, I twist my paper. I need to make an arch as big as I can. Notice I make lots of arches and I don't erase. Then I'm going to twist my paper again, and I'm going to make a bunch of arches. Once I have where my brain goes, I'm ready to draw where my face fits. Most of us, our chin is just a little wider, but not necessarily as wide as our mouth. And then it angles slightly down on either side, and then it connects. Now, different people will have a different line here. Some will have a stark line, some will have a wider line. You just kind of need to look at your model and see what their chin space looks like. Once you've done that, you are then ready to add in the neck. The neck goes ever so slightly outside the eyeball space. And again, look at your model to tell what is best, or look in the mirror to tell what's right for you. Ears, for the most part, go to the top of the eyeball space and go down to the nose. Now, some people, they might go lower or they might start higher, but as a general rule, that is what's true. Now, once you've done this basic skeleton just like this, you're ready to add in all the details, but for almost all people, these basic measurements are true. Happy art making, art students. Bye!